you doing, my friends? Thank you so much for tuning in today to the Jovenshire channel, where, yes, I am the Jovenshire, and here on my channel, we like to cover all things movies, superheroes, comic books, gaming news, all things geek culture here in one place. So I get to talk about it, and I get to talk about it with you, more importantly, down in the comments below. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, because if you like this video, I guarantee you're gonna like the other videos that we do here. And if you are a fan, and you've already subscribed, and you want to help support what we do, just hit the notification bell and watch as much of the videos you possibly can when they come out, because that does wonders for YouTube. And right now, this is currently my actual job, so any way that you can help and support, I really appreciate. So like I said, we like to talk about like movie news and like you know, just stuff that's really geeky here on the channel, and sometimes I even get to review stuff, albeit very late. But I do like to review stuff and be like, hey, I saw something really cool lately, and I want to share it with you and tell you all about it. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I don't like to celebrate holidays when they should be celebrated. You know, sometimes a Christmas in July is very fun, and sometimes Halloween bleeds over into November, and that ain't a bad thing when you're me. And in fact, it shouldn't be a bad thing if you're anyone. So what I want to talk about today is there were these two horror movies / TV shows. They are horror themed. They're a little bit more on the scary side, and I did not watch them in October. I watched them in November, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I 100% think that you need to see these two things. Now, since it is Thanksgiving week, what better time to watch a scary movie than while trying to, you know, you got your whole family together, you're all, you know, post-turkey meal, and you're like, hey guys, I know what we should do. Let's watch this on Netflix. And then you put on what I think was an amazing movie that I did not see the first time it came out. Maybe it was a little more indie, but it's on Netflix right now. It's called The Voices. This is the first thing on the list I want to talk about that I think you absolutely need to watch, and why not watch it the week of Thanksgiving? Now, The Voices, starring two people that you probably love, like me. I very much love Ryan Reynolds, and anything that he does, I think he's an amazing actor. So Ryan Reynolds stars in this movie from 2015 called The Voices. It's a dark comedy. There are some funny moments. It's a little wacky at times, but no, it's very dark. This is a horror movie. It's a thriller at the end of the day. So yes, it is Deadpool being awesome, but at the same time, you know, Don't forget that you're watching a horror movie, because things get a little gruesome. What happens in this movie is Ryan Reynolds actually suffers from schizophrenia, or he suffers from some kind of mental disorder, because he winds up he hears voices, but they're manifested from his pets. So he's got a cat and he's got a dog, and very much are just like a cat and dog. The dog is very loving. He's almost like this positive beacon in Ryan Reynolds' mind, and that's the voice that the dog has. And the cat has this Scottish accent, which I'm pretty sure Ryan Reynolds does. And he's just telling him how he's a horrible person and should, you know, go out and kill people. Yeah, it's interesting. The concept is unique and really well done. It's one of those movies that when you watch once, you're like, oh, that was really cool. And then you watch it a second time, you're like, oh man, I didn't even notice all these little things. So 100%, if you have seen the movie, watch it again, because there's tiny details that you wouldn't have picked up the first time. I don't want to talk about the twist at the ending. I don't want to talk about too much about the details. I just want to let you know that Anna Kendrick's in it, and she's so mousy and cute. Seriously, I will watch anything that Anna Kendrick is in. She's one of my favorite actresses of all time. She's my celebrity crush. Yeah, Kate knows this. It's okay. So watch The Voices. If you like horror movies, if you like thriller movies, and if you like Ryan Reynolds or Anna Kendrick, I think they did an amazing job in this movie. And it definitely flew under the radar the first time around, because again, like I said, I think it was an indie movie. I just rewatched the trailer, and it's like coming to select theaters and video on demand. Normally, video on demand movies aren't, I don't think they're always that great, but this, it's on Netflix, and you 100 need to watch it. So yes, it's a scary movie, but sometimes, and it's Thanksgiving, give a little back and watch a scary movie. I don't know what that means. That was a weird thing to say, but you know, watch it. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about, and I kind of want to review, because when I'm talking to other people about this, and this is a show, not a movie, but can be found on Netflix. When talking to other people about this, I've actually had kind of like a torn opinion on it, and the people that don't like it are just wrong. How about that? I know everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but guess what? opinions can be wrong. I'm talking about the Haunting of Hill House. This is an 8-part series. It is currently just a season 1. I don't think a season 2 is going to be. I don't think it's in the works yet. I would not be surprised if there was a season 2. But it's a scary movie, or it's a scary TV show. It's got some amazing actors in it. It's got the guy from Leverage, if you remember that one. If you remember that USA show, I liked Leverage a lot. Or was that TNT? I think that was TNT, because I'd watch that and Burn Notice, and Burn Notice was on USA. So yeah, Leverage was on TNT. Timothy Hutton? No, that's someone else. Anyways, if you haven't started this show yet, it's really good. Very rarely do I like TV shows that will do a lot of time jumping. For example, something in Westworld. Season 1 of Westworld I thought was really great. The time jumping, you couldn't really tell it was time jumping too much, and the way that they reveal it, it's like, oh, that's awesome. But then in season 2 of Westworld, they kept doing the whole time jump thing, and it wasn't really there as a storytelling device. It was more of like a, let's keep the audience really confused, and I don't like that. But in Haunting of Hill House, there's a lot of time jumping, but it's done very well. It keeps with the narrative. You'll actually see the story told through many different people's perspectives, from this family's perspective, and it's just done so damn well. And the thing that really sold me, and I think I even tweeted about this, was on episode 5 was amazing, but episode 6 was just award-winning. Without telling you what happens in this episode, the episode is around 55 minutes long, but 53 minutes of this episode is done in 5 takes. That's right. The first scene is 14 minutes and change, and it's all just one continuous take. And then because the show does time hop, they actually, I don't want to give anything away. Scene 2 was about 6 minutes long. Again, still one take, but they had to travel from one set to the other set. I don't want to tell you why or how that happens, but they literally had to build these 2 sets next to each other with this in mind. There was 2 weeks worth of rehearsals. There was so much tech had to go into like making it possible so that you could film this without having like the crew be seen also. It was super fascinating. If you like a good horror movie, and even better, a good horror TV show, I could not recommend Haunting of Hill House more. A lot of people are like, I don't like the acting. The acting was very distracting. And I'm like, that couldn't be furthest from the truth. Like, that's the opinion I was saying. Like, you're just wrong. I think the child actors did a fantastic job, and like, you aren't always going to get an award, like an Oscar-worthy performance from a child, and that's not a bad thing. I don't know if you've ever had a conversation with a child, but they're weird to talk to. So, you know, sometimes it's fine. I don't know. There was nothing about the acting that I didn't like. The story was fantastic. The direction was great. The actors were great. Everything about it was so good. So I don't care if it's Thanksgiving this week. I want you to share in the things that I really like. Also, because it's the week of Thanksgiving, there's just not a lot of news. I'm going to be real honest with you. I don't know what kind of content I'm going to make this week, because we're not going to get news this week. There was a new trailer for Aquaman, and I didn't really watch it because I kind of just want to go into the movie without seeing anything else. Keeping my expectations a little bit low so I can come out and do a review for it. But is this weird? Is this a weird video where I'm just like, hey guys, here's some scary movies that I want you to watch in the month of November because you can. I know that The Voices is a little bit older, but it flew under the radar, and everyone that I've talked to hasn't seen it before. And I 100% think that, especially with like Detective Pikachu and Deadpool PG-13 coming out right now, like, it just, everyone loves Ryan Reynolds. And if you haven't seen The Voices and you love Ryan Reynolds, fix that. And if you like scary stuff, watch The Haunting of Hill House, because I'm no joke, literally. Okay, so I'm going to tell the story. I woke up from a nightmare recently because of that show. I had a scary dream because of The Haunting of Hill House. And some of you know my background, and I don't get scared that easily. But that one did it. Like, I literally like shot up in bed. And I was like, and I screamed a little. So I woke up Kate, and I'm like sitting there, and like I'm in the dark. The closet is open, and like I see things in the dark. And I'm like, And I think I even looked at the open closet. I saw something in the darkness. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" And Kate's like, "Is everything okay? What's going on?" I was like, "I had a nightmare, and the closet scared me." I was a child right there. But like I said, the show is that good that it gave me a nightmare. So if that isn't like a glowing recommendation, I don't know what possibly could be. So thank you so much for sitting down and watching this odd video with me today. And I hope that you take what I'm talking about and you take it to heart and you're like, oh, you know what? It is Thanksgiving. I'm going to go watch a horror movie or a scary TV show. But that's me today on the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If you would like to help and support, all I can really do and say is if you see an Instagram photo of me and you like it, hit that like button. If you see a tweet that you think is funny, hit retweet. And if I put up a video, please watch as much of it as you can because retention is very important. Because this is my job right now, so the more I can do on this channel, the more I can stay indoors and in my house, which is really nice. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen these or if you're going to see these because I want to talk to you about these things. Tell me about your favorite scenes, but please no spoilers. Let's just talk in the comments because I love talking to you guys. That's why I do this. So it's super fun for me. Thank you so much for being you. Till the next time, I'll see you later.